two most important parts of the kit will be the tourniquet and the quick clot. What we've learned from the military is that things that kill people in combat or in trauma is hemorrhage and tension pneumothorax, which is essentially a collapsed lung. We're not going to give them anything to treat that because we have a few minutes that allow the fire department to come in, but the biggest thing is hemorrhage, and loss of life can happen within 4 minutes. So the tourniquet is easy to place. We're going off military standards. It needs to be at least 1.5 inches wide, be able to be applied with one hand, and then it needs to have this windlass so they can tighten it down. So an officer that is wounded but maybe still in combat trying to save his own life can apply it, stop life-threatening hemorrhage, and then go back into defending himself. The quick clot comes in a package about this size, but he rips it open and then he pulls it out and then stuffs it into a wound, and it'll stop an arterial bleed. And why that's important is essentially your arteries are what push blood to your entire body. So there's a lot of pressure behind it. It's like a garden hose. And this will stop that bleeding. So it's great for a wound that you can't put a tourniquet on. So you have a high groin wound, you have a chest wound, large abdominal wound. You can't put a tourniquet around that. There's nothing to tighten down to. So you can use the quick clot to stop that bleeding until, again, medics arrive, and then they can start providing other advanced life support. I think it's almost more important for the patrol officers to carry them than for SWAT officers to carry them. In a situation where the scene is not safe, the fire department or the paramedics stage until the officers deal with whatever the incident is, and then we come in. If something's going on in there and the scene's still not secure, not safe, it could be minutes, 5–10 minutes before the fire department or the paramedics come in, and they can treat a civilian themselves or the suspect, or at least start the treatment before we get there. There was a 10-year-old boy who was a Boy Scout who got stuck in the tracks and lost his leg. He knew how to use a tourniquet because of being in the Boy Scouts. He saved his own life. There was a 56-year-old man from Southern Oregon that was in a hunting party that had an accidental discharge and was shot. His partners didn't know anything about using tourniquets or really first aid at all. They carried him for hours to safety. He bled out and died. A 10-year-old boy can do this. It's simple, it's easy, and it can save everybody's life that's affected by it. There's no reason not to carry him.